interested for pistol sight picture, ask ME specifically on pistol sighting techniques using standard iron sights. We'll be covering two important sight pictures today. The first is a basic aimed shooting. This method is great for beginners who are new to shooting. In a controlled environment. The second.
Let's go, I'm back in, boys. Let's go. Oh my god.
This technique is very well suited for dynamic combat scenarios in uncontrolled environments, as it allows a broader field of view and improved situational awareness. Please note that we will do this start off with standard aim shooting first. Close your left eye. We'll call this the weak eye, and use your right eye for aiming. We'll call that the dominant eye. Bring the gun up to the sight plane of the dominant eye and align the top of the front sight with the top of the rear sight. Make sure the front sight is directly in the center of the rear sight notch. Align the top center of your front and rear sights with the center of your target. Focus on the front sight. This will leave the rear sight and the target slightly blurry. This is what your final sight picture should look like. Place your finger on the trigger and slowly press it back to take up any slack. Take a deep breath and exhale, then continue to squeeze the trigger at the natural pause at the bottom of your exhale. As you press the trigger to the rear, hold the gun steady and make sure the sights stay aligned until the cartridge ignites.
Bang!
As the trigger breaks and the cartridge fires, retain your focus on the front sight so you can quickly realign for your next shot. Release the trigger only until it clicks and resets, then repeat the process. Now, let's take a look at point shooting. Some point shooting techniques appear to ignore the sights entirely, instead relying on an instinctual and sometimes arbitrary natural pointing of the weapon, like when you ask your kid to pull your finger. We prefer to teach what we call a sight-enhanced point shooting method. Of standard aimed shooting. Keeping both eyes open, raise the gun up to the sight plane of your dominant eye. Now focus on the target instead of the front sight, and notice how you see two blurred images of the gun. The image in the center is the one from your dominant eye. That is the image you must train yourself to pay attention to. The slanted image off to the side is the image from your weak eye. That is the image you must train your brain to ignore. You can train yourself by putting masking tape over your shooting glasses.
This is how, okay. Pro tip right here. Okay, so when you're a cop, my stupid hair messed up again.
Ignore the image from the weak eye.
Hold on.
You must focus on the target when using both eyes.
By the way,
Otherwise, if you focus on the front sight,
if you didn't already know this, when cops reload, see, look, like, they have it down, like, when they're shooting, bang, bang, when they reload, they block their face with their gun, if you didn't already know that. Like, they're like that, and they're blocking their face with their gun as they're reloading. And then take their aim and shoot. So, if you didn't already know that, fun fact. Why did I have, like, where did that bullet go? Oh. Rap stuff.
The best way to master proper shooting technique is to drive practice using an unloaded weapon. Always make sure
Yo, I should unload this. Where should I put these bullets? I'll put them right here. There. Okay.
This is a good time to work on control. controlled trigger resets as well. Stick with it a few times a week for a few months.
Okie dokie, set off for your vehicles. You're going to collect the Avenger tilt rotor aircraft.
Batmobile. Bro, I have to drive.
Next
You've
time.
done some pretty good work disrupting their activities around the state. But now, it's time to take care of this Russian spy network thing.
I've never driven one of these slow cars. I'm just kidding. Yo, this thing's slow. Yo, this thing is actually slow. He doesn't know what he's shooting at.
Top 20 questions we get at Gary Trader is recoil control. Just last night I had 2 emails come in, and it was like, how can I hold the gun like you do and control the gun? And the funny thing is one, there's no magic. She's going to demo it today a little bit as well. This is Lucy, my daughter, who's demoing the way of the gun. The second thing, besides that there's no mystery to it, is you actually have to hold the gun. So we're going to talk for a minute about the mechanics of what causes the gun to flip and recoil. I don't care if you're shooting a 1911.
Playing it risky with the friggin' Batmobile, bro.
That's compensated, like the Roland Special on it. The same thing's happening. If you were to take this firearm, take the slide off, put it around in the chamber, and make it send a bullet down the barrel in a vacuum in space, for example, this thing would basically just travel just like this because there's no forces impacting it. What happens though, because we have created a tool with this handy dandy handle, as energy goes this way, laws of physics tell us that we have an equal and opposite reaction, right? Which is this. But because we're holding this, this is that motion. I think some people create more muzzle flip than needed because they think that's what has to happen. So mechanically speaking, and we've talked about this many times, number one for recoil control is proper grip, right? We have to have our hands up, what? High and tight. Is that what we talk about? High and tight. She's so nervous. High and tight, up as high as we can go. You'll actually see people like myself, you'll get spots pour into your hand from the slide and hitting skin. I want to be up in a position where there is zero space anywhere around the pistol, because space means that there's an ability for the gun to move. This doesn't matter as much with lighter recoiling guns, but if you just learn to always have your hands up as high and tight as possible.
High and tight as possible. Okay, so high and tight is pretty high. He obviously means this. That hurts. High and tight.